Hi guys, and welcome back to Housewives 411. My name is Lindsay, the Housewives historian, and we are here to talk about the Housewives and the headlines and things that have transpired this week. BravoCon is taking place in Las Vegas as we speak, guys, and we're already getting clips of Joe Gorga and Tamara, and he's pouring liquor down her throat, guys. Oh my lord. Everything in this video is a course of ledge. We got a new episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and boy, oh boy, could we feel the tension through our TV screens when it comes to Kyle and Mauricio. They aren't faking the separation, but the timing of the separation, absolutely strategic. It was literally announced on July 4th. They took a page from Erica Jane's book because she announced her divorce on election day. So Kyle and Mauricio announced theirs on the 4th of July, of course. And so, the fun fact. And we get a scene that's very tense between Mauricio and Kyle. And I have to remind the audience again, guys, Kyle is not drinking. This is the first time, the entire time she's been on the show, that she has to film the whole season sober. Kyle admits that she has anxiety. She admits that she takes anxiety medicine. She probably would have a drink to take, to take the edge off when she was doing confessionals or out with the girls. So now there's no alcohol, right? If you noticed at the birthday party, you didn't see bottles popping. Normally when you see a party at Kyle and Mauricio's house, there's a bartender, okay? Like everyone's drinking. Kyle's usually drinking a skinny margarita. She drinks a skinny margarita wherever she goes all around the world. And we did not see that in last night's episode. And I have often told the audience on NYC GAL OUT, my friend Lisa, we talk Housewives every Wednesday or Thursday. We're going to be reviewing the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Before it was the Real Housewives of New York. So go check her podcast out. It's Lisa. It's NYC GAL OUT. She has a lot of great content on there, like criminal content and a lot of different things you guys might like. So go check her out. But we discussed this a little bit and how the dynamic in a family greatly changes if you had someone that was drinking so much that at that point maybe their life had become a little bit unmanageable, okay? And so I've often say, just try to take away people's coffee and cigarettes. Tell them they can't have coffee or cigarettes for 3 days, okay? And check back in and tell me what kind of mood they're in on day 2, day 3. And that's just coffee and cigarettes. So we know that alcohol is addictive. We know that it is a depressant. We know that you shouldn't mix it with anxiety medicine. We know that it's highly addictive. We know it's highly poisonous. And we see people that, sadly get addicted. And there's a very rough detox that comes with a detox from alcohol. It's one of the most dangerous detoxes that a person can endure. So I think that says something. And Kyle doesn't necessarily say she has a problem with alcohol, and she's really not trying to make a big deal about it, which I think is all the more reason that people aren't really noticing that, again, your dynamic in your relationship and in your marriage is going to change. If you used to have, be the life of the party, the drinks are flowing, you and Mauricio's socialites are out 3-4 nights a week. Notice that Dorit says we used to go out to eat with Kyle and Mauricio, we used to go on vacation with Kyle and Mauricio, we don't see Kyle and Mauricio together anymore. And I said, it changes because if you have a bunch of couples that you're friends with, and Kyle's the good time girl, she's the one that's having fun, she's the one that's cracking jokes and having a couple of drinks and letting loose, right? And so when you take that alcohol away from her and everyone else still has alcohol, that's not going to be fun anymore. It's actually going to be a high risk situation because it could potentially cause her to drink, and she's trying not to drink. So she's not going to go around a bunch of people that are drinking and, whooping it up, in my opinion, especially at first. So their social life, what Kyle and Mauricio used to do together, how they used to act together, is no more, right? And maybe it's Kyle being more authentic. I think that likely, in my opinion, we've heard so much about Mauricio and how he just has really been in his own sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, I had to unplug my phone, guys. His own sort of like he kind of does what he wants to do, and she is either aware of it and does that too, or she lets it slide and she covers it up and she lies for him because she loves him and she doesn't want people to think less of him because, you know, he cheats and he's a role model and he's on TV and all these different reasons that she's protected him for all of these years. And so I think that she's in an age where she's like, you know what? She's thinking clearer than she's ever thought in her entire life because she's sober. We don't know how long Kyle could potentially have been using alcohol to numb the pain from her mother's death, to numb the pain from whatever pain she has. So I think that in getting sober, you have to deal with a lot of those things and you reevaluate things differently because you're thinking much more clear than you ever have. And so you start to hold people accountable because also when she's drinking, she's a sloppy mess. She can't hold Mauricio so much accountable. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be accountable to yourself. You have to lead by example. And I think Mauricio thinks he's a man right now. He just got signed a second season for his Netflix buying Beverly Hills. All these years it's been Kyle on TV. I think he's walking around down Rodeo, and that song by Salt and Pepper, like, what a man, what a man, what a mighty great man, is like playing in his head. He thinks that that's playing when he walks into a room. Oh, yeah. If you saw Kyle, remember Kyle's confessional, and she said the agency, she's like, oh, yeah, he's poured his heart and soul into the agency. And then she goes back to endearing and pleasing Kyle and going, well, you know, the agency is like the other woman. Oh, interesting. Because you know that he started at Hilton and Highland. That's who gave him his start. It was Rick Hilton. And what did he do? Went and started a business behind Rick's back, quit via email, no 2-week notice, and took other agents with him. So he had no problem doing that to Kathy and Rick. And it's like, are you doing that to Kyle now? Now that you got your own show? Are you like about to leave her in the dust? I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on that. So make sure that you guys let me know. Hit that like button and comment. And then stay tuned for more tea because I'm going to come back with another video about the Real Housewives of New Jersey and everything that's transpiring in New Jersey, the scam, the scandal of it all. We're going to talk about it. So stay tuned. Bye, guys.